Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you in your part of the world. I wish you well. Papa Bear is back. I got my coffee here, starting this Thursday morning off right. Now, I will let you guys know. Excuse me, I would let you guys know ahead of time. This will probably be a shorter stream than normal. I think I had mentioned that on Tuesday when I had streamed, but I have a family member coming into town, so I need to run to the airport and grab them in a couple of hours here. So just wanted to make sure that we stuck to our schedule in case there was anything crazy that happened in the Splinterverse, in the play to earn gaming, in the crypto sphere, and just life in general. That we had a chance to connect real quick. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let's catch up on the comments and see who's here. Rift Summoner is in the house. What's going on, Rift Summoner? Rift Summoner, how's that game coming along? I'm excited to see what you're working on. KQ Forever, what's going on? Javi Santos, Icy Flow, Butters, what's good? So good to see you guys. Man, Butters, aren't you on the East Coast? Or sorry, not East Coast, West Coast? It's got to be early. It's got to be early there, huh? Crazy stuff. So we saw, as expected, a little bit of a retracement yesterday on Bitcoin, or was it yesterday? The last couple of days, but we're back below 20. We're not that far below 21K. So showing a little resiliency here. Although I just, if you guys were paying attention, what's that called? Microsoft announced like a ton of layoffs. I think it's like 10,000 people that they're laying off. I don't know what percentage of their staff that is, but it's still 10,000 people. And Microsoft's like one of the biggest or largest companies by like market cap and, value that they provide. So, that to me signaled, bear market's still very much on, right? Like this is a nice little bull rally here, and it definitely is feeling good to take some profits. But ultimately, I think the market, here's why that hits so hard, right? It's because it's exactly what the Fed wants. The Fed is saying that, not inflation, inflation is still high, but even though inflation is coming down, unemployment is still too low. They want more people to lose their jobs to slow down the economy. So there you go. There's 10,000 people getting kicked out of Microsoft, which again, that's not obviously not the only company that is laying people off, but it is definitely one of the more high profile ones, we'll call it. So yeah, ultimately, this is why I think that we may still be in for a rough patch between now and hopefully, like I said, this is me being optimistic, hopefully between now and the middle of this year. I think hopefully by Q3, because for example, Microsoft is laying people off between now and Q3. I would like for the middle of the year to be the bottom of this bear market. And I'm not even talking about crypto. I'm talking about just like this economy, recession, whatever you want to call it. We'll officially get into a recession. But again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just being optimistic here and kind of throwing stuff out there, what I hear on the macro. Now, what's interesting though is I wonder, and again, I have no idea, nobody knows, but I do wonder if crypto, specifically Bitcoin, has bottomed, because one of the biggest things that I remember hearing, but just like one of the biggest, again, narratives, right, around Bitcoin when FTX happened is that Bitcoin didn't flinch too much when FTX happened, right? And FTX, like, that was huge. Like, it should have been much, much worse, or at least many people thought that it would be much, much worse. And sure, yes, I guess Bitcoin did drop down from 21 to 16K. But when I say it didn't flinch, like, all the people calling for like 12K, 10K Bitcoin, it's starting to feel, and again, I'm not saying that I believe this, but I agree with the people who are pointing this out to a certain degree, that like the people who are calling for 10K, 12K Bitcoin are the same people, like in spirit, as the people who at 69, 70K were calling for 100K Bitcoin, right? It's just like, okay, it's nothing's ever as good as it seems. Nothing is ever as bad as it seems. So that's not to say that we can't go back down, that Bitcoin and the market, crypto can't retrace and go down like 25% right now. We could drop back down to 16, but are we going to go below 15.5, right? Wherever this bottom was, I think it was here, 15.5. I don't know. You know what I'm saying though. 15. I heard 15.5 somewhere. So that could be interesting because I know there's DCG as well as Gemini that are kind of on the bubble right now. There's a big feud going on there, and if something were to happen or they sold off assets, that could be significant. But I don't know. I personally don't know if it would be bigger or smaller in terms of impact than something like FTX. FTX was a relatively big deal. So again, that's not to say that there's not going to be volatility, but maybe that 14, 12, 10K Bitcoin is a dream just as much as 100K Bitcoin was a dream 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and take a little pulse of the Splinterlands ecosystem here. And actually, let me do something productive on Rising Star. So it's not just sitting here for another hour or so. All right, so DEZ once again below 600 Splintoshis. That is not great to see. SPS staying around that 2.5 cent range. Looks like somebody just sold probably a validator because this was over 1,000. Interesting. Okay. GLX getting back down to the 3 cent range. And Voucher is staying above 9.5 cents. I guess this is kind of in line with where it should be valued from a DECB perspective. In fact, there's probably even still a little room to grow. Because right now, I think it's actually better to spend vouchers on DECB than DEC itself, right? Oh, let me do this math so that I'm not okay. Let's say you wanted to buy 1,000 DECB. That would cost you 5 vouchers or 800 DEC, right? So 800 times 0.000, we'll just say 6 is 48 cents. Yeah. Oh, it's very much. All right, so 48 cents if you wanted to buy with DEC, and then we'll just say 9.6 cents, so 0.096 times 5 vouchers. Oh shoot, no, never mind. The market is perfect. See, the market is the market. So they're both at 48 cents right now. Okay, so this is exactly why is that though? Oh, I you know what? I'm not accounting for the 20%. Okay, I'm not accounting for the 20% discount that you get for DEC. So that makes perfect sense now. And that's where I was wrong with the whole 12-cent thing, because it's not just 12 cents. You'd need to take the 20% off of that as well. So for example, if DEC were at PEG and you wanted to buy DECB, which would still be worth it, right? Keep in mind, just because you'd still be getting that 20% bonus. At that point in time, if I'm calculating this right, then vouchers would jump up to 16 cents. Or their equivalent value would be 16 cents. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I have no idea what any of these other coins are here, so let's just not even go further down. Chaos Packs, $1.87. Man, okay, so here's another thing with Chaos Packs. I don't know. I've been tracking this every day. Not like a daily tracker, but I just whatever I share on like the videos here. So we are down now to 13,794 packs that need to be either sold or given out in loot chests before the end of the month so that we can get Astral Entity or the Death Legendary Summoner in January, because I really, really want it in January. Why? I don't know. I just do. It would just be nice. Let me ask you this though, just to get a pulse on where the community is at, or at least the community and folks who are here today and now. Are you planning on buying any more packs from the shop? For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It could be you're FOMOing in, you want to top up between airdrop summoner or airdrop numbers. I just want to know if you're planning to buy at least one more. And in fact, let me open this up even further. Are you willing? Are you even considering it? Okay, so you haven't ruled it out, because I just want to show of hands for people that would potentially buy a pack from the store, not from the secondary market, but from the store. I'm just curious who would buy or potentially buy a pack. Like, if the possibility is open there, and you would say, if I have the DEC and I see them going, maybe I'll grab some. Right? That's what I want to know, because otherwise, I don't know where the demand would be coming from outside of reward chest, and that's not real demand, right? But that's roughly, if we go by Yaba's numbers from way back a year ago, or not a year ago, but like with rank reward changes, I think he said 25 to 30,000 a month. So if it's 25 to 30,000 packs a month, I mean, let's just say 50,000. Like 50,000 packs is nothing. Like that's 2 days of burning, maybe 2.5, 3 days of burning, right? So that's not going to make a huge dent on the remaining 3.5 million that we have. No, that's not the right word. Number 2.3 billion. I actually don't have that number on this spreadsheet, so I had to calculate it. I was looking at something else. So yeah, 25, 50, 60,000 is not much out of this remaining amount. So I'll be curious to see. Let's catch up on the chat now. Roof Summoner, how much you're investing in altcoins? I'm not touching anything right now. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I mean, I already have so much exposure to altcoins with stuff like Splinterlands, and I guess even GLX, right? So I'm just not touching anything right now. If I do, it would be to trade, not buy and hold for the long term. I realized that there's a lot of projects that I don't trust going the distance, we'll call it, at least not in like a bear market. So if there is another day where there's like massive fear happening in the market, something else collapses, something, I might consider being like, ooh, all right, let's get some Bitcoin. Let's get some, you're asking about alts, but let's get some ETH. Let's get some Polygon, right? Like, let's get some, maybe even Solana, who knows, right? But I don't usually touch Solana, so not that I have anything against it. I just haven't really messed around with it. Hey, Choppy Santos. Okay, so Baby Omega, good morning, man. It is good to see you. You're out on the West Coast too. One voucher equals 156 currently. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, cool. One voucher soft pegged to 100. Oh, okay, yes. Thank you for doing the math for me. IC Flow is expecting unemployment to peak in Q2 or Q3 and mark the bottom. See, that's where I'm thinking too, or at least I'm hoping, right? I don't want this to be a multi-year bear market, if that makes sense. I don't want the Great Depression and for this to last like 5 years, where we just go on this downtrend and the bottom isn't actually until like mid 2024 or something. I think that would just be brutal, but you also can't rule anything out. So much leverage in the system that has to unwind. What's going on, Kevin? How is your stint coming back into the game going? I heard you joined the Pandas. Andrew Johnston. Speaking of pandas, Andrew Johnston, what's going on? No more chaos for Icy Flow. TR says, I will buy wherever is cheaper. Okay, so TR is planning to buy some. But that wasn't my question. My question was, will you buy from the store? But I guess that kind of answers it. At this point in time, what is it? It's $2.40 at the store, and you can get it for $1.87. So no chaos, just Rift Watchers. There's literally no point to get packs from the store anymore. Well, if you want to get guaranteed airdrops, then there's that. But sure, yeah, you're right. TR, they should stop allowing packs to be traded and force players to open them. Allowing to trade is hurting income for SPL team. Nah, if they did that, people would leave the game. People buy the packs as assets, so that's not going to happen. I mean, that would make a lot of people, probably including myself, very upset if you just, I mean, not even that I trade packs, but it's just like, what are you doing? Don't force anybody to do anything. I've been back to playing again and I enjoy it. Awesome. But honestly, the earnings are terrible now. Now I know why I quit in the first place. Yeah. The earnings are trash. We're never going to get back to where we were 18 months ago, 15 months ago. So, and I know I'll never say never, right? But like, there would have to be such a mix of a perfect storm of events that lined up. Can we get back to high earnings? I think so. Whatever your definition of high is, I don't know. But people keep throwing out this whole like, SPS to $1. Like, hot damn, like that would be, if SPS were at $1, this game would look completely different from an earnings perspective. Like that would be bringing in people by the boatload. That would almost probably be euphoria again if we're hitting new all-time highs, especially in a bear market when Bitcoin is trading sideways. It's not impossible, but for that to happen, there would just need to be so many different factors. We'd have to eat up all the DEC. We'd have to burn a crap ton of SPS. I'm trying to think of the market caps of like Axie and all that. Like Axie is at $1 billion market capitalization. We currently have roughly $1 billion SPS in circulation. Let's check and see. Where they at? All right, yeah. So roughly a little under $1 billion. I think how much are we emitting in terms of SPS per month now? It's like 30 million, right? I think I heard somebody say that we're doing like about 1 million SPS is getting printed per day, which is still a lot. It's still so much. So 30 million per month. Hold on, I just want to 30 times 65. We'll go with 53. That's about another 1.6 billion. Okay, yeah, actually that probably sounds about right. So we'll just say roughly 30 million. It's probably more now and it'll decrease over time. So where was I going with this again? Oh, market capitalization. So yeah, SPS at $1 would give us a roughly equivalent market cap to Axie Infinity at this point. It's not impossible, but we're not as popular as Axie, clearly. Gathering the Magic is in the house. What is going on? Splona's game app is so not up to date. Can't advance in leagues. Also, Focus Chess earnings do not show up. The quest. Ugh. It might be better to just use the mobile browser version, Kevin. I've played on there. I've done like brawls and stuff on there. It's not terrible. but I'm able to operate everything else within the game. Brave Tofu's in the house. I put a percentage of everything I earn into ADA. It's another interesting one. I do like Charles. He's a very fascinating individual to listen to. I think he's got a great perspective. It's just I've never bought. I keep saying that. I bought ADA in 2017, and then I just consolidated everything to Bitcoin between bull runs. So the rental price of Rebellion cards is so expensive, it's tough to make any profit. Wait, what do you mean Rebellion cards? Are you talking about Rift Watchers? It's so expensive. Yeah, I mean Rift Watchers is up there right now. I don't know if people aren't buying because they expect it to go down in value if we switch it over to DEC, but I think a lot of money is just waiting on the sidelines, which is such a, I don't know. This is another drop ball, in my opinion, by the team. Like, if you wanted it sold in DEC, and the Rift Watchers for DEC at PEG failed, like the next thing should have been like, okay, Rift Watchers for DEC at market value. Like that should have been literally the day after. We should have only had to wait 1 week. And in that time, all the Rift Watchers packs that would have been bought would have locked up that DEC. Instead, here we are, still talking about it 2 months later. Kevin, I have to play a mix of app and Brave browser. It sucks. That's just how it is. Sounds like they won't fix mobile app, which in my opinion is a horrible move. Agreed. I can use the Hive browser on phone and do almost everything now. Oh, nice. The earnings don't even cover the rental cost, so that makes it tough to play, or I need to start buying way more cards. Well, here's the thing. Buying cards right now is better than it was a year ago. There's no doubt about that. I mean, buying cards today is better than it was probably at any point in time for Chaos Legion, right? I don't think cards have ever been this low. So, the question you have to ask yourself is, do you like the game? Do you want to play it regardless of where the earnings are at, or potentially just bought your account? And are you willing to ride that for however long until several things, in your case specifically, until the costs actually go down or the earnings go up? They make a better mobile version so that it's a better experience for you. There's a lot of different things that you can look at. But yeah, I don't know what league you're playing in. Are you playing silver gold? Okay. Yeah, it's not. Again, I don't want to assume anybody's financial situation, but it's definitely not as bad as it used to be. In fact, can we take a look at this real quick? Set value, because I'm obviously going for a diamond plus deck, but at this point in time, like, I don't even care. I have a Lux Vega and I have a Max Quicks, and I think what I will probably end up doing, if I decide that I don't want to put like more value into the game, for example, is I'll probably just try to grab that, a max version of that legendary dragon summoner when it comes out, and that thing with Quicks, with Lux, and my slew of gold level summoners will be enough for me, right? And we'll see where things go in the future. But if you're playing in silver, which I think silver and gold are going to be an interesting like sweet spot now. But this was down to like 700 a couple of weeks ago. But again, do you need every single card to max every single card? I don't think so. But let's see, where's gold at? Gold is 2235. That's a lot. All right, so David is saying, are there official figures for the amounts of stake SPSW required to play in the different leagues? There has not been anything communicated yet, David. And if I'm being honest, all of the answers that they have given in the town halls kind of signal to me that they don't know yet or haven't thought it through. Get all your in-print reward cards before the end of current rank season. I think Soulbound will rotate in on update day, Tuesday 31st this month. Yeah, I mean, if they get it in January, it could be either next week, the 24th, or the 31st. I see Flo saying Ada is going nowhere. Okay, I don't. So this is the problem with text-based conversation. I actually don't know for certain if this is a positive or a negative sentiment. I see Flo. As in, like, Ada sucks and it's not going to get anywhere, or Ada is a good project and it is going nowhere, right? It's not going away, if that's what you're trying to say. I want to take it as a negative sentiment, but if you could confirm for me, please. I'm just curious. Kevin saying that's the question I'm asking myself. Cast cards, these are cards I own summoners, but Rift Watcher cards are quite expensive. Yeah, dude, F Rift Watchers. I don't care about Rift Watchers at all. There's like a couple cards in there which are good, but I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to compete in Champion. That's just not like. It's not even about skill, which I can be honest about. I don't think I'm the best player. I think I'm average at best. I think I have moments of greatness and then moments of absolute stupidity. But I do not want to pay the cost of entry, meaning acquire the capital and cards that I would need in order to play in Champion. Doesn't seem worth it. Could I rent my way there? Maybe. But meh. But I need to wait for Rebellion to flip those vouchers. Oh yeah, you were grabbing vouchers like crazy, man. I don't know if you rolled that thing all the way down, but I remember when vouchers were at 50 cents. I remember doing a video talking about like whatever promo that was going to come out. I was just like, well, we've seen vouchers do a 2x before. So maybe like I think it was with Waka. No, I don't know if it was with Waka or it was with someone else, where we were just like, we saw vouchers go like quickly from like $1 to $2.50, right? And I know a bunch of you made some a sweet trade on that. And then when they introduced them to the what is that called? Node licenses. It's like their floor price dropped to 50 cents. And then I was like, well, we saw them do a 2x. Maybe they'll jump up to $1. And here they are now, struggling to stay above, struggling to get above 10 cents. Kevin, I play mostly silver, occasionally gold. I just cherry pick cards I rent. I do gold flood brawls. So I bought enough to sustain. I rent out enough to cover costs of rentals for brawls. You know, I am curious. It's not that I want to like only do gold foil stuff, but like if I wanted to do gold foil for silver, because I think that's actually quite attainable. Oh, holy crap, 2,200? Is that for real? For real? What costs so much in there? Oh, the legendaries. Yeah, never mind. Icy Flow, expecting the SPS staking. Sorry, guys, that's machine running in the background. Expecting the SPS staking for leagues will be similar to tournament SPS requirements. Ooh, Icy Flow. You know, I've never thought about that, but this might make for some interesting content, so thank you. Oops. Although they might use it as a baseline, but it does not seem like they have thought it through fully yet. Okay, so what do we want? Let's start with bronze, modern, and bronze league. And where's something by the team? Here's SPS. Oh, this is bronze beginner training. And here's the modern bronze invitational. So let's take a look at this first. 1185 SPS staked. Okay, that's not terrible. And then the invitational is 2370 staked. That's a lot more than I was that's a lot more than I was expecting. Let's see, 1 billion divided by 1,000 is roughly 1 million. Okay, so 1 million accounts could play in bronze at that level. That's a lot. So actually, maybe this isn't that outrageous. It would eat a lot of SPS off of the market. Damn, I am kind of excited for this SPS staking requirement. I know people don't like it, and obviously I'm biased because I hold a good size bag. But in terms of what it can do for SPS, I think it'd be good. And I'm actually not even talking about price action, but price action would be a side effect of the fact that you would essentially lock up that much. Now, I suppose we already have, roughly half of that locked up, and that might be enough, right? Considering, well, let's go 2370, right? Now let's just go 2000. So is that 500,000 players could play in bronze? I don't know how many players are currently playing in bronze, but it's probably it is the highest quantity overall, right? So boom, 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 boom. Oh, I think my gold Kelly is sold. Is that what you were saying? JB was saying gold full summoners have spiked. Yeah, I guess my Kelly is sold. Yay. All right. Wish I had 23,000 vouchers. Oh my God. Holy crap. Wait, did Kevin say they have 23,000 vouchers? Oh, yeah, you did. I do have 23 vouchers waiting to flip those. Yo. That's an interesting move there. If you have the patience, like, what do you expect vouchers to go to? Like, what's a realistic area for them to be at? Like $1? Sorry, I'm like getting lost in my thoughts here. Live stream. Like, I'm just like running through like what would be an expectation, because the reason that I'm asking is because you said you're waiting until Rebellion, which I think Rebellion could be a relatively large voucher sink, or at least a pre-sale could be. So I don't think we're going to see $25 vouchers again, but hot damn, even doing a 10x would be interesting. Ada sucks. Matic is far better. Thanks. I'll keep trying and see what ends up happening since the game itself I really enjoy. Well, that's good. See, that's the most important thing. And I think, this is weeding out a lot of the people who didn't like the game but were around for the earnings. And so it's just like, I get it. Like, it's easy to get burned out of the game, and it's definitely gotten stale. And I've said that many times. In fact, I had a really nice chat with Weirdbeard yesterday. I was telling him how I'm just like, I've been around for 18 months. The game hasn't changed. So I'm excited for what you're working on. Love Matic. Yeah, Matic is an interesting one. I actually, Matic is, oh gosh, you know what? It's tough for me. I had Matic. My Matic bag, or most of my Matic bag is still sitting on Celsius, and I have no idea what's going to happen to it. So it's a sore topic. You flip vouchers like crazy. Do you believe three rule sets will help with botting? I guess it'll be easy to expand the code of bots before three rule sets, since you still have all the data available for them. I don't know GRR Coins, welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't think I've ever said your name up before. I honestly don't have any idea, mainly because I'm not technical, right? I don't code. I don't know how easy it would be to like program that logic or to use the historical data. Now, granted, early on, I don't think bots will have any historical data for like a mana cap with a third rule set attached to it. So bots could plummet early on, but it's just a matter of collecting that data. Now, the thing is, like, as a player, I love it because, you know, the thing is, and I know we talk about, you know, new player experience and all that, and that's fine. Like, I'm actually not worried as much about the new player experience. Like, we all figured it out. And I think if you get other people here in the future, they'll figure it out too if they really want to. And the reason that they'll figure it out is because they're given one, right? Whether the earnings are good or everybody's talking about this game, it's super popular, whatever the case is, right? Rising asset prices for one thing or another. So the question then is, sorry, where was I going with this? Oh, 3 rule sets. The question then is, how complicated and how complex do I want the game? Well, I think the further you get into a game, the more complicated you want it to be. And so as a player, I would enjoy that additional complexity. Now, would I enjoy going up against a computer that has, you know, optimized its lineup based on the, you know, billions of data of previous battles? No, that wouldn't feel great. So I really don't know what it'll do. But as a player, I'm excited for it. And I hope that it can add a little bit more spice to the game. I used to have 2,000 vouchers with my original investment. Never got any more capital in and now sit at 22,000. That's awesome. Nice magic. Did a few more with some GLX airdrops today. Doesn't matter what the price, doesn't matter what the target price is. Trade on a 10%, 50% move up and down. Icy Flow says we're going to get to 15-cent vouchers. What I expect is at Rebellion, they would at least go to 30 to 50 cents. But in the past, $1 used to be a normal price for all packs. Yeah. There's a ton of vouchers in the system. There's a ton that gets printed every day. I did that. I did that analysis, right? In the video where I talked about by the end of the year, we get to 21 million vouchers in circulation and then printed. What was it? Hold on. It's 40,000 per day times 30 days in a month. That's 1.2 per month times where we'll say like 11.5 months. So yeah, 13.8 million plus the, how many do we have in circulation now? Where is it? Explore, top holders. Is the system down? What's going on? Oh, are we down? There's not supposed to be maintenance today. There we go. Okay, so 13.8 plus 7, we'll just call it 7.4 million. So yeah, 21 million, roughly 21 million by the end of the year. Now, I would expect Rebellion to potentially come out over the summer sometime in Q3. And I think I calculated that out to be 14 million vouchers that would circulation or printed by that point in time. So I'm curious to see how many vouchers DECB will end up burning. I have coins on Celsius too. Hope it gets resolved, but another reason to keep coins off exchanges. Yeah, definitely. Another lesson learned for me the hard way in 2021 or 2022, I guess. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you here. Sure. If they use 5 vouchers per packs, vouchers are a very risky investment. You really are in the hands of the SPL team. They effed up with giving vouchers to note holders. They most certainly did. Still bitter about it. Anything can happen with vouchers. There's always the hype when promo cards get revealed or other projects that allow vouchers discount. Yeah, you got me thinking about vouchers now because again, like, and this is dangerous because here I go with my degen nature trying to shitcoin invest into the literal shitcoin of the Splinterlands ecosystem. But it is an interesting prospect, right? Obviously, it's all speculation. I mean, everything here is speculation, but this is like the speculation of speculation when it comes to assets in the game. Because, and the reason I say that is because there's so many other things that you could buy, right? You could buy cards, which I would say you could speculate on cards and their value going up, but at the very least, they have utility now. You could use them, you could rent them, you could bought them, like you can do things with them that could bring you some type of satisfaction or joy outside of a financial return. SPS is actually, the thing is, SPS has been given more utility with so many of these proposals now popping up, and we'll get into that. I saw a question pop up. So, it's just like there's a lot of interesting ideas out there. There might be a lot of interesting ideas that may come off as stupid, right? And or great. And I think more and more people, as they start to see the power of the DAO and this committee, will hopefully not be so quick to sell their stake and try to will not be so quick to sell their stake and try to get some kind of benefit. You know what I mean? Like try to have some kind of influence and vote up or down. And the thing is, the worry with that is that it's going to be the whales, because a lot of the minnows in this game all right, let me be very blunt here. A lot of the minnows in this game don't have the whale mentality, right? So you want like a quick return and profit. You might be extracting value from the game. I'm not saying that whales aren't, and I'm not trying to blame minnows for anything, but it's like, because you don't feel like you have a significant voice and stay in the game, you don't feel the desire to stack your SPS. You get what I'm saying? Like, and again, I know I'm generalizing, but for whales who already have a ton of assets within this game, now more than ever, as they start to see ideas come out that they are not agreeable with, or they think could very much impact the value of their assets, they're going to be the ones that are going to go out and be like, I need more SPS because I need to shut down these stupid ideas, or I need to go out and champion some cool ideas because I think this is going to bring value to this whole, portfolio that I have. So that wealth gap, I think, is gonna increase tremendously, and it's we're just a microcosm of the real world, right, in the real economy. But to me that's the different mentalities that I'm seeing when I talk to players like myself versus players who are whales, who have like a significant amount of assets, and when they're just like, yeah man, these player proposals are interesting, but I'm gonna have to ape into more SPS. Like, for them, it's not like, it doesn't even matter what the price of SPS is. They're not buying SPS because it's lower, right? And because they're speculating on the value. They're actually buying. This is the interesting thing. These whales are buying SPS because of the utility that it has directly to them. They are protecting their investments. It's not a speculation play. They're buying SPS because they're like, yeah, no, you know what? This guy's been a little loud in Mav chat, and now he's putting his X and Y proposals. I'm not pointing anybody out specifically, right? And I'm not pointing to any specific conversation. I'm just saying that the general sentiment will be something like that, because there's people on all sides of the board. There's people who are just like, oh, there's a lot of good ideas. We need to get player stuff going in. I'm going to buy more SPS because I want a higher say and I want these proposals to pass, versus somebody who's just like, there's proposal X, Y, or Z that I don't really care for, or there's proposal X, Y, or Z that I don't like at all. I already have a lot of assets. Let me go buy another 100,000, 500,000 SPS because I want to shut this down. Right. So, it's just an interesting, like at my level, I'm not having that conversation, right? Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, SPS, let me stack a little bit more. Let me, take my winnings and take my ice cream money. But I know that many other folks are probably similar to me when it comes to that. So just an interesting observation that I have, noticing the conversations that I have with players at my level of investment and potentially below versus, some of the whale mentality out there that I've come across. So BB Mega, to get to your thing, I love it, man. I love it. I know people are going to point at this and be like, oh, this is like not great, but it's burning a ton of DEC. So I think we've already burned like 500,000 DEC, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge amount. We need to burn like a lot. We need to burn in the billions, right? Multi-billions. But I like the conversations that it's starting. I like the fact that now, if you haven't noticed, and I don't spend as much time in Mav chat anymore, but if you haven't noticed, there's a lot, there's still salt, but there's a lot less complaining in the sense that like, we should do X, Y, and Z. If you've noticed, whenever I go through there, people are talking about these proposals, right? And again, it's not that anybody's been shut down or shut up. It's the fact that like, well, if you're going to complain about something and you have a suggestion for how to fix it, there's the form. Go fill it out, right? Like, make your post, go fill. Oh, I guess it's not a form, but like, there's the thing. Go fill it out, and then bring it to us, right? And we'll decide whether or not it's a good idea, right? Rather than just jabbing back and forth at each other on a messaging service. Like, put it out there. Like, literally put your money where your mouth is. So I do like that. It has changed the nature of the conversations. There's still a lot of salt. There's still a lot of hostility, I think, that I see in a lot of the player proposals, the discussion around the player proposals. But ultimately, it's changed the nature of the discussion to something that I think is actually significantly more constructive. So I am all for it. People are bringing out really great, interesting, unique ideas. I'm not saying that they should pass, but I am saying that the fact that it is bringing the stuff up for discussion, well, now it's just like, well, here's something that could actually be put into the game. And then when you see two people talking about it, like, the other person actually needs to provide some kind of solid argument to convince not just the other person, but everybody who's watching this conversation to vote for or against it. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like it a lot. I do not think that it'll kill the game, but to acknowledge blind spots. The community can absolutely destroy this game if we go too far in one direction and are not reined back. But I believe there's enough people in this game that understand where we're trying to go, and what we're trying to build, that ultimately it's not a great look, but I think the herd mentality, or like groupthink, hive mind, whatever you want to call it, will stay in a, not conservative, but like we'll stay in a place where the game won't like get completely out of hand. And at the end of the day, like, some of the largest SPS stakeholders are team members, right? So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think a lot of high-level players will burn vouchers for DECB. Indeed. All right, so GR says, yeah, sure, but you'll still need them to give that stuff out for vouchers. If they don't, vouchers can go down 90% and do not get to the initial investment price. Indeed. So at least in current prices, it is more beneficial to exchange vouchers for DECB instead of DEC to DECB. So if you're thinking of buying them with DEC, well, we just did the math on that. It's roughly equivalent right now. but it's a good point, Lapsus. So Gallon the Magic is saying vouchers will have use in small amounts, 1 to 5 vouchers at some point. And when they do, people need them on a daily basis. Land use, promo cards. This is what I'm trying to get at. It's just like what is the overall vision for like vouchers? That I ranted about this on the last live stream. So I don't want to do that again. But they're just not well thought out. And I hope that with all the stuff that we think is coming, somebody's thinking about it and being like, this is what vouchers should be. Here is the vision for what vouchers are and what we would like them to be in the future. DEC has a very clear utility. SPS has a very clear utility, right? I mean, it's not much utility now, but it is a governance token, and we do have governance in place now. And we're moving towards a more more decentralized version of that governance with every passing month, with every passing proposal. There could be other additional utility applied to SPS, like this staking requirements and all that. But ultimately, the vision for SPS was to be the governance token, and it is now fulfilling that, right? We just have way too much of it for the current player base. But vouchers, nah. Vouchers are worth $5 redemption here. Vouchers are worth half off here. Okay, we're not going to get into it again. All right. So does anyone know what we have to do to join the Ghost tournament for KYC? I don't know. I did KYC a long time ago, so I am not sure. But I heard it doesn't take very long. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, cool. So why aren't new proposals on the proposal page on the coin dashboard and Splendorland's website? Oh, so these are all pre-proposals, Aaron. So these are all community proposals that have been put forth by players, actually, and by the team now, which is great. I love the fact that they are right in the trenches with us. So if you guys notice, the land potion proposal that was submitted by the team, right? They paid and burned 100,000 DEC for it, and they put it to a pre-proposal first, the same way that anybody in the community. So they are, I don't want to say like they're not. It's not like this is going to sound bad, but it's like they're coming down to our level. But I don't mean it in a way where like we're lower than them, but they're treating the process in the same way that they're asking us to treat the process, right? So they are meeting us at that level. And if and when any of these do pass the pre-proposal level, which have much lower requirements, right? I think you only need half the amount of people to participate versus the actual proposals. So if they do pass that, then they get put into an official kind of streamlined position. Icy Flow, I'll be dropping a proposal either Sunday or Monday. Hope you all support it. Do you want to give us a little preview of what that is? And I'll be happy to do a video or even chat with you if you want to come on and give it some more support in a long form context rather than just a post. Will alchemy and legendary portions be usable for reward chests, or is this just a rumor? TR, this is just a rumor, but according to OGs, this used to be a thing. And Matt, sorry, it's more than a rumor. It's an unconfirmed rumor. Let's put it that way. Because this used to be a thing, according to OGs, and Matt said it in the January 2nd town hall that they would probably turn this thing back on. So again, I don't have any other information on it outside of that, but I will say that I think it would be great to give potions a little more utility, because I'm just sitting on them now. I don't have any plans of opening like a massive amount of packs until maybe Rebellion, or maybe like further down the line with Rift Watchers. But even then, like I'm good with my deck. Like my deck can make it to Diamond 1 in the season, and I don't need to be a champion level player. I'm happy with where I'm at. Okay, so Grr coins. There are many ways to go about it. I've made quite the profit with vouchers while cards did nothing. Yeah, it's interesting. It's also like, hey, this idea is better for me than it is for everyone else. Let's vote for it. Yeah, it's going to get the politics of this community is going to get interesting over time, I think. There'll be some factions And then guild alliances will actually mean something. Looking forward to reading it, Icy. Sure, no worries. You do you. If it works for you, it's great. Morning, all. What are we talking about today? We're all over the board here. What time is it, though? Oh, man, we've been live for an hour already. Guys, where's the time go? Just have too much fun with y'all. So as I said at the beginning, this will probably be a shorter stream. I will need to get ready to head out to the airport in a little bit to pick up some family that's visiting for the weekend. So I'll still be live streaming while they're in town. But no, I'll still make sure that we get our content out. There's just so much cool stuff happening, guys. Bum, bum, bum. But damn, Kevin, you really got me thinking about vouchers now. It's not that like the thing is that they're just so freaking volatile. So I don't know. Vouchers should not be there. Delete them from the system. Nothing SPS could not do. But they're locked into the idea that you can see. Oh yeah, no, they're not getting rid of vouchers now. If anything, Aggie has hinted at potentially reducing the emissions by half. So that'd be like 20,000 a day. But you know, I don't. They can't unilaterally do that because technically vouchers fall under the DAO jurisdiction, right? Like most of the other stuff that we vote on, actually, we don't technically need to get a say on. The team is just trying to include the community and much more. Or like the Chaos Burning Packs, like we have zero jurisdiction. Sorry, when I say we as stakeholders of SPS and owners of the DAO have zero jurisdiction over anything that happens with Chaos Packs or anything that happens with specific cards or whatever the case is. At this point in time, the DAO strictly has control over SPS, vouchers, and the licenses. So if they were to do anything with voucher emissions, I think we'd have to vote on it. So if you have a good idea for what to do with vouchers, throw a pre-proposal up. Wondering how much they'll be holding around 3K will dump ASAP. Yeah, Lapsus. I don't like the fact that the team needs to go through the peak D proposals now. It means that potential changes now that 14 instead of, which can be crucial. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, I would actually love for there to be. See, I think I said it the wrong way. I made a post about this, not a post, but like I made a comment in Mav chat a while back saying like, it'd be awesome if there was a way to kind of cut out. What are you sending me here? It'd be awesome if there was a way to cut out. Oh, yeah, we got a little preview here. Cool, thanks. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't like the fact that he needs to. So the way that I was saying it originally is like if we cut out the final process, but the final process should still be there. I'm thinking that there should be a cutoff period, there should be an automatic approval of a pre-proposal. Actually, this is my new thing. There should be an automatic approval of a pre-proposal if it reaches 10% and 10% participation and then a 66% vote, because that is actually passing, right? So if we've already had the votes to show that it is passing, we shouldn't wait the rest of the time, right? So if on day one or like even within like 6 hours, somebody puts a proposal up and all of a sudden we have 10% of SPS staked and 66% approval, then it should immediately be approved and then go to an official vote. We shouldn't have to wait the 7 days. Does it make sense? Because like if it's good enough for the actual thing, let's just move it and then we can have the conversation more broadly. Max, what's going on? I also want to ask you, but never had to do it online. Well, welcome to the channel. Why do you change your daily into after single day? Why do you change your daily into after single day? I'm sorry, man. I don't know what this means. Why did you change your daily into after single day? I'm sorry, man. If you could. Oh, okay. Every single day? Oh. I'll do it just for you. Welcome back to the channel. This is Aftersound, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. I don't know why I changed it to every single day. I never even thought about it until you brought it up. But I know other people have pointed it out. I don't know. I'm weird. I think there's just something like, you can say daily, but then there's like every single day. There's just so much emphasis that you can give it, right? Like I want to bring you this Splinterlands content every single day rather than daily. All right. We're just having fun here. I have no idea what I just said. Where are we at? Thank you for asking that, though. Thanks for the news about the Soulbound monsters, Summoner monsters. Yeah, I think we should get some previews soon. Hopefully, it'll be up on the test server soon. Proposal to have the SPS keep 5% of the Riftwatcher supply for future rewards. I am very curious to hear your reasoning on this. You don't have to share here. I'll wait for your post. Imagine factions of Splex versus Peak monsters of some kind. I fully expect there to be very powerful factions in the future. Immortal Gods. What's the other one? Team Possible. The Peak Monsters Guild. TNA. I don't know if Splex has their own whatever alliance of guilds, but it could get interesting. I don't know why Darkest Night is messaging me. Yo, let's see what he wants. See if he wants to jump on for like 10 minutes. No, I still got some time. Soulbound cards are going to help bot farms. They will give them the ability to raise up in leagues for free. Interesting. All right, so Aftersound. I'm a panda now. I know, I'm excited for you. I need to get used to playing with Gladys cards again. Lineups are so different. Yeah. I was trying to get Darkest Night to hop on. Because he's like, I'm free right now. And then I'm like, you want to hop on stream? He's like, I'm not that free. Funny guy. Soulbound. You're for the bot farms? I mean, hey, at this point, I'm not even worried about the bot farms. I think that they won't be able to dump stuff on the market right away. In fact, they'll start dumping SPS, which is fine because I don't want them to have governance or as much of a say. But yeah, I think it'll be good overall. Rift Watchers are here. So that doesn't sound like it'll work because you just have someone with a big sum just vote for it and immediately go through. Yeah, but that's the point. Like the thing is, if it's good enough to pass the main proposal, then why are we futzing around in the pre-proposal? Right? Like if you get enough big stakers, that all approve it already, why not just push it to the real thing and then we vote on it again? I'm just trying to get past this whole 14-day thing that Lapsus was talking about. Thanks so much. Daily, I mean, that's fun. Let's face it, YGG is gonna crush all Smilers. I don't know what a Smiler is. Have you, what does it say? Ever watched the Into with subtitles? Cracks me up. It changes Splinterlands to Splinterlands. Wait, you can put subtitles on my content? How do you do that? Does it just like auto generate? That's kind of cool. What's up, Darkest Night? Thanks for stopping by. We were just talking about you, talking to you. Max is saying, by the way, was thinking, what if we have 2 sets of reward cards, soulbound cards, go to non-KYC players and KYC get both? I mean, it's not a bad idea. I feel like the team isn't going to bother with it. I think they're very much into the soulbound reward cards right now. So I figure let's see how it goes. Now, we saying that doesn't sound very much like decentralization. I think in response to the fact that I said there are big SPS stakers out there that will push stuff forward. Yeah, 100%. Well, here's the thing. Decentralization doesn't mean democracy. So let's be very clear about that. One person doesn't get one vote. Like one SPS gets one vote. Decentralization just means that if anybody has the ability to go out and purchase SPS. Nobody is stopping you from going out and purchasing SPS and staking it and increasing the value of your vote. You can go out to centralized exchanges that have it, like crypto.com and I don't know what the other ones are. You can go to decentralized exchanges. You can play the game and earn more, but nobody is stopping you from getting more SPS to increase the value and the weight of your vote in the game. That's what decentralization is. It's not democracy. It's not equality. It's just the ability for anybody to participate at whatever level they would like to participate at. Light afternoon, so going to hang out with my people. Let's go. Intro, yeah, auto generates in the preview. Oh, nice. I had no idea that it did that. We saying, yeah, but decentralization is not having a single group be able to decide the majority. So your plan to just immediately pass a proposal with 10% within 6 hours, when some people could be asleep. Okay, fine. You have a point there. It doesn't give people the amount of time needed to vote against it. But again, this isn't the final vote. And there's no, I don't think there's a single entity that owns 10% of the Splinterland stake. I mean, maybe. No, there's no way. Hold on, we're looking. We're actually even on the right page for this. Staked SPS. Actually, let's go to total SPS. So the largest entity, well, the DAO is holding that. Largest individual. Maybe we go with Cyberports. Oh, there's a bunch of Cyberports here. 2 million. So they act. Yeah, they don't even own a single percent. Wait, this is 600,000, right? Yeah, okay. Why does this seem... Oh, you know what? This is SPS. Oh, wait, hold on. I need total SPS. Oops, there we go. I was like, this seems so low. Our SPS Whale has 6.5. Game Slayer has 6.6. Okay, yeah, that's starting to get significant. Again, we're not at a percent, right? A percent would be 40 million. Or 48 million. So we're not quite there yet. Interesting. Okay. If that group is big enough, what's the problem again? So that's what I'm saying, KQ Forever. So I think I'll stand by. I can understand where Wee's coming from, but it's like it's not the final proposal. All I'm trying to do is streamline and find ways to shorten the amount of time that it'll take to get something passed. So if a player proposal comes in and you already have enough people throwing their weight to support it, to show that so maybe the threshold needs to be something higher, for example, right? But it's like if it comes in and we reach 10% participation, and there's 66% whatever to show that it will get approved, then it's like, cut out the BS, right? Like let's not play around with training wheels. Let's put this for an actual ride, and get everybody to actually vote the way that they want to vote, right? Start the conversation, bring it up in either the town hall or something like that, wherever it needs to happen. So, yeah. This is all stemming from the idea that 14 days or 2 weeks is a long time to come up with a cool idea and then have it be approved by the community. Granted, it's just like, I mean, we can approve an idea, and if the team isn't ready to put it out there, then they're not ready to put it out there. So, like, if they don't have the resources, they don't have the resources. Black Hole, any plans for making content about GLX, especially after the town hall tomorrow? Yes, I am planning to attend the town hall. I'm planning to do my 5 biggest takeaways as I've done for previous GLX town halls, or GLS town halls, I should say. Outside of that, there's not much else. But I don't know what's happening with the game. I hope that we can get some cool stuff going on with it. I've already been accused and called out for fudding it. I'm not trying to say that the game is dead. I'm just saying I literally have no idea what's happening with it. So I'm hoping that tomorrow's town hall, the first one of the year, they'll be able to give us like a roadmap and tell us when to expect things. The game is clearly very much in development, right? I think the big question just becomes when can we expect an actual playable game? Sounds like we'll be getting a beta potentially sometime soon. But the anchor date that I have in my mind right now is May 3rd, because May 3rd is the end of the second pre-sale, and then the general sale starts up a week after that. So I don't know how the game is going to work, but I would be surprised if it launches before the general sale. Does that make sense? I mean, actually, no, that's not the case. The game could launch well beforehand, and we could still be in pre-sale mode. It's just, again, it's just semantics here. So, but yes, I'm excited for it. I own 0 packs, but I own a good amount of GLX. I mean, not a good amount, but I've gotten GLX for my SPS staking, and I would love to see what I can do with that. Does anyone know where to see GLX reward you get from SPS staking? Splinter says I should also get GLX, but it's not on their SPS page. You need to make an account. So here, go to GLX, Genesis League, Sports. Oh, here we go. And then you actually need to register. So make sure you hit register, and then it'll make you like submit an email and whatever. But then you'll be able to log in and tie it to your Hive account. So nobody else can tie it to the Hive account that is staking SPS. So whatever GLX you've gotten is still there. But I would highly recommend going in and doing that and then immediately staking it if you have some, because the APR is still pretty good. Where were we? Oh, we were looking at this. I wanted to look at this. Okay, Max is asking, excuse me. Do you feel that recent bull run on crypto was a bull trap at the beginning of a pre-halving bull run? Do I believe that the bull... Okay, so this recent run... Again, I need to be very careful here. Like, I have no idea. I'm not even a crypto trader. I don't like dive into TA and all that stuff. All I know from what I've heard is that there were a lot of open shorts. I'm not talking about the clothes, but like a lot of people that were trying to short Bitcoin or crypto in general, thinking that it was going to get worse. And so somebody came along and figured, well, if I buy X amount of BTC or whatever, crypto, that would liquidate all these shorts and then push the price even higher. So is that a bull trap? Does that fall under the definition of bull trap? Excuse me, potentially. So yeah, I don't know where we go from here, but I will say this, that the RSI for Bitcoin is the highest it's ever been in terms of oversold than it has been since like 2021. So, again, What's that saying? The market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So could we be irrational for a longer period of time and Bitcoin rips up to 30K? Yeah, we could. But I have no idea. So at this point in time, I'm not buying, and I will wait for better indicators to show themselves. And if I miss out, then I miss out. But I don't think that we're going to go on some massive bull run here. It would be so unpredictable that it would actually be amazing if, while the rest of the market, traditional market, goes into its full-blown recession, job loss and unemployment, inflation, all that, as we go into that, if crypto takes off and completely decouples. I mean, everybody's waiting for that narrative to happen, or everybody's waiting for Bitcoin to be this inflation hedge where people park their capital because they realize they're just, losing money, holding cash or whatever the case is. But I just don't necessarily see it. Am I positioned to benefit from it if it does? Yeah, absolutely, right? But I'm not gonna overextend myself thinking that it's gonna happen. So it's just DCA. A little bit of Bitcoin or whatever your favorite crypto is. Every week. Thanks, you go check it out. All right. Let me see here. Is there anything else you guys want to chat about? Because I may actually call this even earlier than I was expecting to, which was in about 15 minutes. Just because I want to get some other stuff done before I got to run to the airport. Okay, one thing I do want to check real quick. So yeah, if you got any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, like I said, I will be live on Sunday. Actually, I could go live tomorrow morning just for the hell of it, but I don't think I will. My schedule tomorrow got flipped around, so I have the morning free. Oh gosh, what was I trying to look at? Oh, printing and distribution. There we go. And print. Rewards cards. Oh, these aren't pumping up as much as I thought that they would, but there's still a lot of them printed. Still a lot of them printed. Are you into any other play to earn games? So I'm trying to get into more. Here's the short list. Splinterlands obviously at the top. I do play Decrops, but if you're trying to earn in that game, I guess if you're trying to earn in Splinterlands, it's not that great either. But I do like Decrops. It's slow, it's easy, it's got a fun little community. I'm just enjoying it for what it is. Woo, there's no game yet, but I'm excited to see what they can come up with. And I know the founder. He's actually a Splinterlands team member as well. Does some of the video stuff for them. So again, there's no game there yet, but I have a couple packs and I have some Woo token that I'm just staking. Is there anything else on Hive? D-City I'm trying to get into. I bought some sim and I just put it into the LP and I'm just letting it accumulate, and eventually I'll start buying cards with that. But I think I need to get significantly more to start getting cards regularly. I don't have any cards yet. And then non-Hive related, I am trying to get back into Undead Blocks, which is this zombie FPS, which I played the little demo that they had, before, but I think it's actually going live now later this month. I was just listening to their AMA actually, and so I don't know. I like FPS games, and I think that there's definitely potential for something like that to be fun, if not a high earning. I'm not trying to invest in grabbing a bunch of stuff and being a high earner in the game. I just think it could be fun to play, and especially if there's a multiplayer version of it, do that on stream. So that's one. It's not play to earn. It's it's move to earn, step in. So I'm still into that right now. Again, but that's more so a health thing. I don't the earnings. I'm earning GST right now, and I'm just sitting on it, which is the reward token there. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing. I'm just stacking the GST that I get, and I don't care, because at the end of the day, it's like I go for a 30-minute run, and I feel better about my health and my overall well-being. And if I get to make a couple of bucks a week and either buy coffee, ice cream, or buy Bitcoin with it, then that's great, because the end result, like it's a side benefit for me. So, and I think STEPN has gotten significantly cheaper. I haven't been following the project. I just, like I said, I'm just playing it every day. It's got a nice, smooth, clean app, and yeah. So yeah, the magic. I'm earning 95 GLX on 13.5k staked. Nice. Where are you headed? I have family coming into town for a bit, so I am going to pick them up from the airport. Will you play Are you playing Splinter Force? I played it once, and I just haven't gotten back into it. So I need someone to come on stream with me and like do more of it. I know it's not a multiplayer game, but it's just like I haven't found the time or the motivation to like jump deeper into it. Aaron Kennedy, do I like pie? I love pie. Whoa, that's a very strong word. I don't want to overcommit myself. I do like pie. Not all of them. But I would say that my favorite dessert, if I had to pick a favorite dessert, just so that I had an answer to this, it's got to be French silk pie. Oh, it's so good. And I actually I rarely have it, because it's just like never at any like events or anything. If I want French silk pie, I have to like go out of my way to get it. And like, it's not, I have low standards when it comes to food. So I'll like, if it's got sugar in it, I'll eat it, right? But I don't know if there's like good French silk pie versus bad French silk pie. Also, I actually don't eat before people think this is gonna be so funny. Before people think that like I'm just out here eating pie and ice cream all the time because I talk about ice cream money, I actually don't consume sugar at all, or at least I try not to. I save it for times like during the holidays and for like special events like weddings or whatever. But yeah, on the whole, like my daily thing is very close to low or even zero carb most of the time. Splinter Force will get you unlimited small amounts of DEC for free for playing. Well, then I need to check that out. So DCD is great, but new player experience. Yeah, I mean, they're not even trying with the new player experience. There's like, here's a manual. You go out and figure it out. Max, have a nice day. See you, although I usually watch recordings. Max, it was good to chat with you today. You brought some awesome questions in. Thank you for being here. Illuvium, I am not playing Illuvium. I need to talk to Darkest Night and figure out how I can get in on this, because I am excited about it. If it ends up being a Pokemon style game, I think that'd be really cool. Rift Summoner, see ya and good night. Try this is another one that I want to do. Genopets. Oh, I was posting on ActiFit for a little while, JB, but then I just stopped. But I need to get back to that. It was a nice like little daily journal that I was keeping. So I will get to that. Yes, I do need to get into Genopets. I talked with Luthien and Baron about that. God, I just need to. This is the problem. I need to like sit down and like have a time frame. Maybe we'll do a stream where like no Splinterlands talk at all. It's just let's just explore and try out other games. All right, so let's see. Will we get together? Oh, we will get together and I will talk you through. Oh, that would be awesome, Gathering the Magic. I would actually really appreciate that. Red velvet cake, wife bakes it. Oh, dude, that's my favorite cake. Oh, for your birthday? Oh man, your wife sounds like a keeper. Yes. So going back to the whole dessert conversation, favorite pie is French silk pie. Favorite cake is red velvet, and I would say that those are probably my top two desserts. And it's got to be red velvet with the cream cheese frosting. Although, like I said, I'm not picky. I don't discriminate. If it's got buttercream, I'll still eat it. I'll still enjoy it. But French silk pie, red velvet. I actually have red velvet way more for some reason. I don't know. It's just either more easily available or whatever the case is. But I would argue that I probably haven't had French silk pie in. Holy crap! There's a good chance that I haven't had French silk pie since before the pandemic. Man, that's actually kind of sad when I think about it. What am I doing? I need more dessert. What do you think rewards? When do you think rewards will go to print? I mean, I have no idea, but from Nate's comments in the last town hall, it looks like the team is designing them for their print rate to run out in 1 to 2 years, which I think 1 year is fine. 2 years seems excessively long. So I don't know. Carrot cake is good. Again, I'll eat it if it's there. Cream cheese frosting. All right, we're on the same wavelength. Brandon, what's going on? I forgot the stream was live today. Is it Papa Bear kind of morning or riding the bull? I don't know. Actually, guys, I'm curious. What has the sentiment been like today? I feel like we've been kind of up and down. It hasn't been overly bearish, but I don't feel like we've been all rah-rah with everything pumping. I feel like it's been a very chill, even stream, Brandon. But I did start off greeting everybody as Papa Bear, but I'm still feeling irrationally optimistic about things this year, even though we're still seeing signs of turmoil in broader or traditional markets. Well, I started off talking about the layoffs for Microsoft. So very bear market is still very much in effect when it comes to traditional markets. But overall, I'm excited about what's happening in game. I think there's a lot of cool things going on. So Skyard saying, whenever new Soulbound reward cards come, they'll go up print. Oh, are you asking about current reward cards? Yes. That nothing's been confirmed, but it was hinted at by Aggie in the most recent town hall. That's why reward cards went. That's why reward cards went ballistic on Monday. So I don't know when that happens, but if they're trying to get it out by the end of the month, we are almost there. We're less than 2 weeks away from the end of January, and there's 2 release cycles. Oh, did you guys hear that? All this talk about food is making me hungry. Have you ever watched any gameplay on Illuvium? I have the pretest. I have not watched any gameplay, and let's just say my gaming laptop suffers while playing it. Oh, is it that much of a resource hog? Dang. I will have to watch some. I'm at a. I'll be very honest with you guys. I'm at an interesting point right now where it's like I'm really enjoying what I do with the channel. Again, this was the happiest accident. I never set out to be like a YouTuber or a gaming YouTuber at that. And so I recognize the awesome community that's here, and I recognize the awesome community here. I recognize how much I really enjoy Splinterlands, the game, and the play to earn space in general. I've been a crypto enthusiast since 2017, so it's like y'all are my people, right? Like this is fun to like chat with you, grow with you, get to know you, and hopefully grow. We'll all get rich with the game or games that we talk about here. But I've had to like balance my time now. Well, actually, the good thing with I shouldn't say this with a smile on my face or in a happy way, but like one of the silver linings that happened with the layoffs for Splinterlands, because I was doing a lot with them last year, and obviously that's gotten essentially reduced. So I've had more time on my hands, which has allowed me to kind of dive deeper into the channel when I'm not doing music related stuff, right? But it's also allowed me to dive deeper into the music stuff. So I'm just trying to balance that and figure out like, okay, well, where do I find the time? How far do I want to go with like Aftersound gaming, right? Because Aftersound is fun, but Aftersound took a back seat during the pandemic because I wasn't playing shows, I wasn't touring, I wasn't doing any of that. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting now that the world's opening up. Do I want to get back to playing shows and touring? Like, I mean, that would mean no streams, like, for whatever time I'm out of town. So I'm balancing that. 2023 is going to be a very decisive year for me as I figure out what the path forward looks like. But I know that this has definitely become a part of my life and my schedule. So part of it is looking at, okay, well, if I'm gonna do content here regularly, which I've been doing, but if I'm going to try and like actually be good at it, then what are the steps that I need to take to actually be good at it, right? Rather than just like hopping on live or hitting record a couple times. So we'll see. But I do want to dive into more games. I've started following a lot more gaming specific content creators, like play to earn gaming specific content creators, just to see, well, just to learn more about other projects. Because mainly I was just following crypto or Bitcoin stuff before, but there's a lot of interesting stuff out there, I will say. That's been fun. Also, I would love to still do Web 2 gaming. I know it's like blasphemous here, but I would love to dive back into that. I mean, Darkest Night and I talk about a bunch of different games that we mean to play, and he probably thinks that I'm just like pulling his leg at this point, because I'm just like, dude, I really want to play that with you, and then we never get around to it. But it's like I sincerely mean it. Darkest Night, if you're here, I sincerely mean it. It's just a matter of me being disciplined, and I apologize that I'm not as disciplined as I'd like to be. Okay. Let me finish this out. So first 2 community developer proposals are on SPL website now. Oh, did we pass the 6 days or 7 days? Sweet, let's go. Market's still down. I think market's even today. We're all rich already with the relationships we create and share. Yeah, Brandon, this is such a great way to look at it. 100%. Also, if you're interested in PDE Cypher, my PFP, all right, I will. I have. So the thing is, I have to do a stream here, and maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it sometime in the next week or so, or maybe I'll do a separate stream outside of the normal times here, where the title of the stream is No Splinterlands Talk. Let's talk about other games, where you guys can shill me, share with me, like talk. Let's explore some other stuff. Step 1 giveaway 50 chaos packs. Well, I need to know, what are these steps moving towards? So basically, short, medium, long-term reward cards will be good investment. Yeah, there's no investment advice on this channel, but reward cards I think have value, especially the ones that are underprinted right now. So 2 new proposals just went live. Oh, I think that's what Brandon was talking about in the game. It's the pre-proposals were approved. OG Web 2 Age of, oh my gosh, dude, I have Age of Empires, and I was playing it. I mean, not recently, but I bought it like a year or 2 ago just to play it, just to like run through the campaigns again. It was fun, man. Maybe we'll do some of that. But if we do that, that'll probably be over on Twitch. So we'll see. Men of the Legendary with 18% issuance. Yeah. Yeah, I like Jared Scar. I like Countess Sinesh, Venator Kinjo. Those are all solid cards. But again, the market still feels hot right now. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that I don't know. I'm not necessarily buying in, but we'll see. All right, guys, I got to run. I actually stayed longer than I was expecting to, but I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. For those of you that where it's Friday already, I hope you have an awesome Friday and an amazing weekend ahead. I will be back Sunday, most likely, and we will go from there. But otherwise, yeah, take care. We'll talk soon. If I can throw in a special live stream at some point, I don't know. But if I can throw in a special live stream at some point, then I will try, especially for the non-Splinterlands talk. Let's talk about either Web 2 games or other Web 3 games, just so I can learn from all the cool people who are here what you guys are into. All right, peace. Take care.